Well, good morning. Today is Monday, the 14th of October. This is Healing the Heart of America. And today's topic is this surprising epidemic of loneliness in America. And judging by the number of emails that I received about this topic, it's touched a lot of nerves. It's touched a lot of people. Usually I get a few, but I got a number of them for this topic. So I look forward to this exploration, and I look forward to moving into our hearts together, that we might address this and dive deeply with it. So let's begin as we usually do, just by checking where we are, what our state is, how we're feeling, how alive are our senses, what's our internal state. And once we have a benchmark for where we are, let's begin this process of saying good morning to our hearts by taking our hands and just placing them over our heart, one on top of each other. It's just our way of saying good morning, heart. And while there's really nothing to do in this posture, this very ancient posture, sometimes it's helpful to just check to see if you can notice the pulse in your fingertips or your palms. Not so much something we do here, but just becomes helpful later in finding our pulse. And whether we feel the pulse or not, we're always gentle with ourselves. We allow these things to show up when and as our body directs them to show up. So just check now for a second. And sitting with our hands on our heart, moving the energy of the heart, which goes out through our hands, back into our heart. And just notice if your state has changed in this last 60 to 90 seconds. It's just a process of exploration, self-exploration. No right experience. But what's your state now? Thank you for joining me in this. When it's comfortable, let your hands down into your lap. And we'll begin this process, this next step in the exploration of our heart, by starting this very ancient practice called heart rhythm meditation. It comes from these very God-realized desert fathers and mothers of the 4th and 5th centuries. sort of revived by Peron and Susanna Baer. They have a school they call I Am Heart. And just sit up as straight as you can without straining, feet flat on the floor. And let's start by acknowledging and recognizing our breath. Just watching the breath. Nothing to do but adoring our breath. This great faithful friend, literally since we were born. What do you notice about your breath this morning? How easy is it to breathe? How clear are your nostrils? How full is your inhale, your exhale? How do your lungs feel? And now that we've honored our breath by being with it, by loving it, let's invite it to change, to shift slightly into a very full exhale and a very full inhale. So typically we exhale first, pulling the abdominal muscles all the way back towards the spine. And just watch the air move out and come back in as we relax those abdominal muscles. So let's just continue that. Slow, full, deep exhale. Slow, full, deep inhale. And again, I invite you to explore your body, explore yourself, explore your breath. What happens after a few minutes of paying attention to your breath? Full inhales, full exhales. What's your experience? What comes from breathing in all this prana, this life force? Do you feel less energy, or do you feel more energy? Less awake, more awake. What's your relationship with the room now? And if you notice nothing, it's okay. You just start asking the questions and looking. And eventually the senses, the subtle senses, open up and become alive. That's what we're doing here. Awakening our inner senses. So now let's move into the more formal part of heart rhythm meditation. We want to start connecting the rhythm of our heartbeat with the rhythm of our breathing. So if you can feel your heartbeat just internally, wonderful. Just begin to inhale to 6 or 8 heartbeats. Exhale to 6 or 8 heartbeats. Really, it could be 10, could be 4, whatever's natural for you. We don't want to struggle here. Just begin connecting that rhythm. Inhale, I'm going to use 8. Inhale to 8 beats. Exhale to 8 beats. And if you're not yet feeling internally your heartbeat, you can always just feel your pulse and connect that way. You can hold your breath for 20 or 30 seconds and you'll begin to feel your heartbeat that way. Or you can simply count until those inner senses open up for you. A lot of power in that practice just by itself. And again, we don't struggle with trying to slow this down. At a certain point you may find, I wonder what it feels like to go up to 10 heartbeats. And then you can try it. If it's easy, if it's fun. But we want to love our breath. We don't want to subjugate our breath. We're culturing our breath. We're not forcing our breath. And of course, if you've given a name to your heartbeat, some divine name, or if you've got a statement of truth, an affirmation you want to associate with your heartbeat, of course, do that here also. That should go without saying at this point. Let's just continue in silence for a minute or two with this. It's a very simple practice, but as you engage it more and more, you begin to realize how powerful it is to connect these two basic rhythms in our body. How it leads to our moving into alignment with all the rhythms of life, all the rhythms of nature. Start to just line up together. And so in this simple practice, we begin to live in complete flow and alignment with the great force of evolution, the force of nature, running through ourselves and all creation. Now, our tradition is we take this basic practice and we modify it with various other practices just to explore what could be done with our heart and with our breath. Last week we went through the 5 elements, all the breathing patterns of the 5 elements. And I just had the thought, we're going to do the same thing again this week, the 5 elements, but the application is going to be one element for each of the 5 lower chakras. So, these are just the energy centers in the body. I think by now most people on a class like this know what a chakra is. But there's a perfect correlation. The earth energy with our root chakra, the base of the spine, the perineum. The water element with our second chakra, the life center, the sexual center, the mother center, giving life. Water gives life. The third chakra in our solar plexus, the sun center of the body, fire, natural connection. The air element with the throat, where we breathe the air in through our bodies. And then back down to the heart for the ether breath, the space element, for the vastness of the universal heart. So that's the sequence that we'll be going in this week. We'll just be building on our practice from last week. So for the earth element, the breathing process is in and out through the nose. And we'll start with just classical earth breath, which means allow your attention to go down deep into the center of the earth. Just it's okay to use your imagination to begin with. You'll start to feel it. And then breathing up the energy, up to your feet, up to your torso, filling up your heart with that earth energy, and then exhaling. Let the energy go down. Down back to the center of the earth. And when you get down to the bottom, to the earth, pull it back up, trying to stay connected to your heartbeat. Bring it back up to your heart. And then exhale back down. And now this time, let's just bring the energy up to our tailbone, to our perineum. You can bring it up to your heart also, but just keep an awareness in your tailbone, your perineum, and your root chakra. Fill that energy center up with earth energy, and then when we exhale, let the energy spread out from your root chakra. And we inhale up from the earth up to the root chakra. And then we spread that energy out. The earth energy is a spreading energy. It provides great stability. We pull it up into the root chakra and we spread it out. It's almost as though we're building a mountain by spreading this energy out, spreading it way out. This earth energy is full of stability, full of persistence, full of strength. It's a power unto itself, persistence, endurance, stability, patience. Pull the energy up into the root chakra. Let it go out to the sides. Let it go out front and back. All around us, it's building this powerful foundation. And where in your life would more persistence, more stability be helpful? In a relationship, in a career, in your finances, in your body, your health, in your spiritual development. Welcome up this persistence. Whatever that area is in your life that just comes to you, would it be okay with you if you infuse that with earth energy, with persistence, with stability, with patience, immovability, resolve, resoluteness? Pull that energy up into your root chakra. Exhaling out through your nose, inhaling out through your nose. And this time, next time you inhale, come all the way up to your heart again. And as you exhale, go down to your root chakra and spread it out again. Inhale back up through your feet, through your body, up to your heart. Inhale, and as you exhale, we're adding love to this earth energy. Could you love this earth energy? Could you give it love and approval? Could you appreciate the value of it in your life? Bring the energy up, following your heartbeat up into your heart, then down to your root chakra and spread it out. And just do this for a second or two more, minutes or so. Notice how sweet it is to add the love of the heart to this practice. And just check for a second. Do you notice? Are your feet rooted to the ground, to the floor? Do you feel any energy there on your feet? Just a question. You'll start to notice it over time. if we begin to enjoy the fruit of this practice, stability and strength begins to develop in our lives. And what's your overall sense in your body? Any flavor of any of these qualities, flavor of stability, of rootedness, of patience, of resolve. And again, there's nothing right or wrong here. Just noticing these energies. Over time, we begin to notice the flavor of all these divine qualities, of all the elements. They become part of our emotional and spiritual repertoire. They're like friends we can call upon and bring up in our life. Would it be okay with you if whenever you needed it, you could call upon this great being of persistence, this great being of steadiness, this great quality, and have it as a tool in your spiritual tool chest, which is none other than your heart, where all these qualities become written in our hearts. So with that, let's move into our topic for today of loneliness. It was so interesting reading about loneliness. One of the things that they found is there's 3 spikes of loneliness in most people. One in your late 20s, one in your mid-50s, another spike in your 80s. My invitation is, take a look at your life, and can you find a point in your life where you felt lonely? This is not being alone. This is a time in your life where you were not connected with people, other than superficially. Lonely in a crowd of people, as one person wrote. In my case, in my late 20s, this was really accurate for me. I'd sort of given up my full-time spiritual work a little bit, meditate, go on courses and all that sort of a thing, and I'd gotten a real job as a CPA in a huge CPA firm. You know, we were so big we audited General Motors, biggest corporation at the time. And there I was, everybody liked me, and yet there was no connection for me other than superficial friendliness. And I didn't recognize it until I looked back at my life and said, yeah, I was really feeling that there. Feeling really frustrated. Something was wrong. So just check to see if there's been any period in your life where there's been loneliness. Or if that's never happened for you, and some people it never happens, could you welcome up a time when you were with someone who was experiencing great loneliness? And can you just sort of empathize with them and connect with that feeling? Or maybe some character in a book or a movie that you saw. And could you just welcome up this quality of loneliness? Plenty of superficial connections, perhaps. No one to confide in. No one to share what's really going on in your life. It's you and the world. And just get in touch with the feeling. Notice it's just a feeling. It's just something to experience. Is it okay with us if we sit centered in our hearts and experience this feeling just as a feeling? Would it be okay with us if our deeper experience was of connection with the divine, and whether or not we feel connected to other people is just, they could be there. Right now we're inviting it up. But by comparison to our connection, to our peace within, this is just a flavor of life. One of the things that, the experiences that we signed up for. Now, with this place of peace and this feeling of loneliness, let's intensify this feeling of loneliness. Now, I'll do that by what we call squeezing the lemon. So imagine never, ever, ever having a good friend again. All your current friends move or die or just break off or whatever. And never, ever, ever again in your life do you make a good friend. Can you welcome up this feeling? How does it feel? Would it be okay with you if you just love this feeling? It's just a feeling. Feelings are wonderful. Feelings are wonderful, but they're just a part of us. They are not us. We are a combination of inner silence and divine qualities merging together, swirling, creating our lives so these divine qualities can express themselves. Again, never, ever, ever having a deep, close, personal friend. Could you allow yourself to be at peace anyway? Almost all of us have been lonely before, and we survived. Would it be okay with us if we just recognize we can survive again? And more than survive, thrive with the inner richness of divine love, of divine compassion, of peace. Now, squeezing the lemon, we always like to go to both sides. So the other side would be, imagine always, always, always having many deep, close and personal friends. Everywhere you go, a deep, personal friend for you to connect with. What feelings come up with this? On one level, it sounds fabulous, and it is. On another level, is it too much? Always deep personal interactions, but maybe not enough time just to get things done. I don't know. What is it for you? If you don't have a lot of deep personal connections in your life, or at least one, why are we creating our lives in this manner? We want to take responsibility for everything. Whatever happens, we say, wherein did I create this? It builds a great sense of power when we take responsibility and we shift out of being a victim. Would it be okay with you, even if you had an overabundance of friends, that we still sit internally filled with love, filled with peace, with wisdom, with power? And the idea here is we want to go to a place where it's okay if we don't have any close personal friends, if we feel lonely. It's okay if we don't, if we have an abundance of friends. Either way, our heart is dominating our life. The practicality is when we live in our hearts, it's easy to connect to people. It's easy. People want to connect with us because we're in our hearts. We are filled with empathy and compassion. So let's take this out to the larger epidemic of loneliness in America. The stats are about 3/4 of Americans are feeling lonely. About 22% very lonely, and about 54% moderately lonely. How does that feel in your heart when you hear that? Could you just be with your heart with that for a second? My heart really goes out to these people. Could we welcome that feeling of loneliness within our hearts and transform it for them? Into love, compassion, empathy. Could we again feel that sense of loneliness out there, that despair, that bleakness? Nobody cares. I'm here alone in the world and nobody really cares. About 25% of Americans live alone. And there's nothing wrong with that unless they're lonely. And loneliness medically speaking, it's the equivalent of smoking 15 cigarettes a day. We know how much that shortens the lifespan. When there's loneliness, it has that same medical effect. Check to see if your level of compassion is rising right now. Is it okay with us if we, by going into this state of compassion, enliven compassionate, within the heart field of America. Would it be okay with us if we empower every person in this country, really we can say the world, by going into this place within our heart, that we open up the door for everyone else to move in there and live with more compassion, more kindness, more love. Every time we go in, that's the effect. We send out this ripple wave in the field, the heart field of America. And let's create a vision now. Could we see in America, can we see a world where it's easy and natural for everyone to connect at a very deep level? That everyone lives as part of a community, secular or religious, it doesn't matter. Even if you're friends, you have tight friends in a book club, and you let go of your loneliness in that manner, it's perfect. Perfect. Could we allow the wisdom of volunteering if you are lonely? The minute we move out of pity for ourselves and start the process of giving from our hearts, which is what volunteering does, we start to connect with people who are usually far more lonely than we are. And that loneliness just disappears. Would it be okay with us if America became a heart-centered nation, where the culture of the heart was so strong and so all-pervasive that everyone felt loved, honored, and appreciated? Imagine what that would do for our country. How much resourcefulness would be opened up. How much power would arise within the people. All from feeling loved. You know, we can do a lot of things for people in need, and we should. We can feed them, we can give them money, we can clothe them or shelter them. What's becoming clear to me from this research is most important is loving them. Most important is loving them. Could we allow this love to open up? And I think the big shock will be what this does for us when we extend love. How it opens our hearts to a degree unknown in our lives. And I thank you. I know you share this vision of a culture of the heart in America. Let's just sit quietly and easily for Perhaps feel that earth breath, that earth energy in our feet and our tailbone. And just take a moment, and when it's comfortable, open your eyes. And as people are slowly coming out of meditation, a couple of days ago we had this short story by Rumi that I told, and then a fabulous poem by Rumi someone brought in. I brought in today a little book of Sufi stories, so I'll tell you a very quick one. Some of you may have heard it before, but it's really charming. There's this wild dervish named Nasruddin, and there's all these crazy stories about him. So when Nasruddin was first sort of recognized as a dervish with some connection to the divine, but he was still sort of being tested. So a man goes to him and just wants to find out, and he says, "Tell me, Nasruddin, what is 10,000 years to the divine, to Allah?" Nasruddin sort of stops and looks away for a second, and he says, "Oh, 10,000 years is like 1 second to the divine." The man goes, "It's an acceptable answer." And he says, "Tell me, Nasruddin, what is 10,000 gold coins to the divine?" Nasruddin sort of looks away and sort of connects, and he says, 10,000 gold coins is like 1 tiny little copper penny." And the guy goes, "Well, tell me, Nasruddin, could you ask Allah if he would give me that little tiny copper penny?" Nasruddin looks away and checks in, and he goes, "Allah says yes, but just wait 1 second." Anyway, that's enough to get us out of meditation. I'm going to change the speaker system here. Come on, where is my cursor? Here it is. Okay, so this ends the formal part of this class. If anyone has a question or has been stirred up and wants to do some work or a comment, please hit *6 and unmute yourself. Or come up. Please come on up. We have someone here live. Good morning.
Good morning.
So what's going on?
Well, ever since I read the email about the topic, the thing that came up for me, and it comes up a lot in relation to loneliness, is the shame that comes with it. Automatic, absolutely automatic. And in this town where there's so many extroverts, it can really, what happens for me is that then I withdraw even more. If I'm out and about among people and I'm alone, then I start feeling that shame.
Good.
And then I withdraw even more, so it's a vicious cycle.
I am so grateful you brought this up. I really am. I know this is a huge thing.
Yeah.
So,
Really.
can everyone and you,
Mm-hmm.
can you get in touch with that feeling of shame? So where in our lives do we feel shame? Could be back when we were young. Could be very recent. What are you ashamed of in your life? So you don't have to say what that is, but can you get in touch with that shame right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good. So, do you like that feeling of shame?
No.
No. And does not liking it make it go away?
No.
No, it doesn't. You know, we always say what we resist persists, right?
Yeah.
So the more we push it away, the more we hold it in place. So would it be okay with you if you let go of judging that shame? Can you see
Yeah.
it just as a feeling?
Yes.
It's just a feeling, isn't it? Okay?
Yeah.
And could you let go of disapproving of that shame?
It's harder.
It's harder, isn't it?
Yeah.
So just be with it for a second. Could you just be with that shame and feel it
Wow.
and acknowledge it? Yeah?
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
What happens when you just feel it and acknowledge it and love it? Or not even love it, just be with it.
It's like a very young person starts to feel safer.
Yes. Yes. So this is just an energy that's part of you, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And when you be with it, you honor it. Okay? In all our life, all of us, we feel shame and we go, oh, I don't want to feel that. Something wrong with me for feeling that. Right?
Right.
But once we start to embrace it and be with it, you realize it's an energy that's desperate to be loved. Do you get that? It's some young energy. It's like you say, it's this young child within us. It's a part of us that wants to be loved.
Yeah.
Would it be okay with you if you could honor that some more? I know, it's tough. We're conditioned. We're conditioned with shame to think it's something wrong with us. You know, society says that. It's a thing that's put on us, so to speak.
And also from maybe previous lives, if we were outcast or something.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that
There's a fear there of not being safe.
Yeah, there's that too.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because that's the outcast. When we're ashamed, we're outcasts. So could you get in touch with that feeling of not being safe here? If people know what I'm really like, they'll throw me out. They'll shun me. And then how will I live then? You've touched on a really deep energy here. It's really wonderful. Really wonderful. So just get in touch with that feeling. And notice, again, it's just a feeling. It's a feeling that we are bigger than. It's a subset of all the feelings that we have. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Does that make it seem smaller and more manageable?
Yes.
It does, doesn't it?
And also the earth breath.
Yeah, the earth breath helps, doesn't it? Yeah. So, can you welcome up that shame again?
I'm remembering the last time I felt it really strongly, and it's not as strong.
Not as strong, good. So, could you welcome it up some more? And is it okay if that energy just comes up and maybe just washes through you and out?
Yes.
Yes, it's just energy. And does the shame want to be healed? Does that
Yes.
energy wants to be healed, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes, it does. So could you welcome it up? And what is more loving? To heal it or to shun the shame?
To heal it.
To heal it, yeah. So there we're going to shun the shame, just like we're afraid of being shunned ourselves. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? So could we let go of shunning our feelings?
Yes.
Yes. These are, that Rumi poem, The Guest House. I don't know if you're there that day. Where Rumi says, all these feelings, invite them in.
Mm.
Welcome them, and who knows what gifts they're going to bring. Is it okay with you if this process of feeling this shame, healing it, brings you a great spiritual gift? Is that okay with you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Is it okay with you if the process of healing this shame is easy?
Yes.
Yes. So if you have the thought that, oh, I've had this shame all of my life, it's going to take a long time to heal it and let it go, could you just let that thought go?
Yes.
Yeah. It's just energy, right?
Yes.
And by now you've healed other energies within you, haven't you?
Yes.
Yes. So could you welcome up some more? So the last time you felt shame, feel that feeling of shame, on a scale of 10 down to 0,
Mm-hmm.
with 10 being a lot of shame and 0 being no shame, where are you?
It's morphed into compassion.
Yes. Yes. Would it be okay with you if all your shame morphed into compassion?
Mm. Oh, yeah.
That became an automatic habit.
Yeah.
That's okay, isn't it?
Yeah.
And can you see how that could happen?
Yes.
Every time you feel shamed of something, would you be willing to pull that in and let it shift into compassion?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what the heart does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Pull the energy into your heart and it shifts into compassion. Did you have compassion for all that shame energy in your past?
Yes.
Yes. Well, that feels freeing, doesn't it? Yeah.
Huge.
Huge. So how do you feel right now?
I feel more alive.
More alive.
Yeah.
That's one of the gifts then, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Would it be okay with you if that continues?
Yes.
And you feel more and more alive?
Yes.
And you can say, yes, I welcome feeling shame. Try saying that.
Yes, I welcome feeling shame.
That's not bad. You say that
Yeah.
with some conviction there.
Yeah, I felt that.
Yeah, you felt that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right. Do you need to do any more work, or are you okay here?
Oh, no, thank you. That was wonderful.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Wow. That was I really appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. Hello. Would you like to? And good morning. I don't know you. Beth. Well, good morning, Beth. Nice to have you join us.
Thank you.
And what's going on for you today?
I have 2 words that have come very powerfully, and I know they apply to loneliness across the country as well as myself.
Okay.
One is humiliation, and
Okay.
the other is deprivation.
So I'm going to say that more loudly so everybody can hear. Beth says she has 2 words that come up when she thinks about loneliness across the country. One is humiliation, and one is
Deprivation.
Deprivation.
Yes.
Good.
So we live in a world, not just our nation, but a world of abundance. There's food all over the place. There's
So good. So
but we're not taking it. We're starving in abundance, and we
Gotcha.
don't have coffee next door.
We got you.
We go 10 miles to a coffee shop.
Okay, Beth. The tendency is for all of us to start talking about.
Okay.
So instead, I want you to start feeling about. Okay? So degradation was the first word?
Deprivation.
Deprivation. Deprivation.
Yeah.
So when you think about deprivation in America and the world, what comes up for you?
Well, she was working on shame. I'm working on sorrow.
Sorrow.
And there was another word I had a minute ago.
It's okay. Sorrow's good enough.
It's like that. It's a sadness.
Sorrow and sadness. So good.
Yeah.
Can you get in touch with the sorrow and sadness?
Yes.
Yes. And can you really amp up this feeling of sorrow and sadness?
It's already there.
Already there. Good. So, this feeling of sorrow and sadness, would it be okay with you if you saw this as a very valuable tool in your life?
As a gift.
As a gift.
Yes.
Is that okay with you?
I do.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Yes.
This sorrow and sadness gives you energy, doesn't it?
It allows something.
It allows something.
It allows my heart to open.
It allows your heart to open. Good. So could you just go there and allow your heart to open?
Yes.
Yes. And how big can your heart open up?
Yes.
The universe. Good. So let your heart open up to the universe. Yes. And open up some, keep it open there like that. And you feel the intensity of that. And everyone else, open up your hearts. She is taking us into a deep journey. Are you okay taking us down there?
Yes.
All right. Can we all join Beth in this deep journey of sorrow and sadness, opening up our hearts? Now, Beth, is it okay with you if you are present to the vastness of the universal heart while you simultaneously experience this sorrow and sadness?
Yes.
That's okay, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So if you find yourself being overwhelmed by it, it's actually not that useful, is it? Right, we can't act from there, can we? But is it okay with us if we all expand our hearts and just get in touch with this vast sorrow and sadness? And know that the universal aspect of ourselves is more powerful and more profound. Is that okay with you, Beth? Yes. So can you give some love and approval to these great feelings?
Yes.
Yes, you love them.
I do.
And really, you love them very much. And to put them into a powerful spin, it causes you to move into compassion also, doesn't it?
It causes me what?
To move into compassion.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Right. So could you allow that shift to go even further and move into having a vast, compassionate heart?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Could you go even more into this vast, compassionate heart?
Don't know how.
Don't know how.
I'm a little stuck.
It's okay. So could you let go of trying to figure out how to do this?
Yeah, no, trying.
Yeah, no. Could you let go of trying?
Okay.
Okay.
Let go trying.
Let go of trying. Could you allow your heart, the wisdom of your heart, to grow right now?
Oh, grow heart.
Could you allow the wisdom to grow? Allow your wisdom to expand. Again, it's not trying, it's just, is it okay
Is it okay to expand?
to expand the wisdom of your heart? Is that okay?
I don't understand it.
It's all right, you don't have to stand it. We're not talking to your mind here. We're talking to your heart.
Okay.
Just ask your heart. Heart, is it okay if wisdom grows within you? What does your heart say?
Says yes.
It says yes, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Is it okay?
Means wisdom.
Yeah. Ask your heart again. Is it okay if it grows even more into wisdom?
You are more wisdom. More wisdom. Yes.
Yes. Yes. There you go. There you go. Yeah. And what's this crying about right here? What's going on? Is this pain or is this happiness?
Oh, it's neither. It's compassion for my own heart.
It's compassion for your own heart.
It's been the struggling. It's so big. It's so good, and it's so hurt.
Yes.
And it doesn't have the wisdom to come out of a tailspin.
Yes. Good. So, Beth, can you breathe into your heart right now?
My feet are what?
What's that?
Where from?
Just straight into your heart.
Breathe in.
Just breathe into your heart. Through your nose. Through your nose. And exhale. Breathe into your heart. It's okay. Just keep breathing into your heart. Yeah. Put your hands over your heart. That's a good thing. Like that. Just breathe into your heart. Yeah. Just keep breathing in through the nose. And can you feel your heartbeat, or is that not easy yet? Not yet. It's okay. Feel your pulse. Can you feel that? Here in your neck?
Not a touch.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Completely out of touch.
It's okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
All right. It's okay. Let's go back to your...
There.
There, you got it?
Nope. There.
Good. Just be with your pulse here. Now, I want to set some intentions with you. That's okay?
Okay.
Okay. Is it okay with you if the healing of your heart is easy?
Say that again.
Is it okay with you if the healing of your heart is easy? That's okay,
If
isn't it?
it's easy, it's okay. That it is.
That's okay. You don't know how, do you?
It's good.
Right. It doesn't matter. You don't know how. All you're doing is you're setting an intention there, and you just let the intention go. What you're doing is you're giving instructions to your body-mind. You get that? And
Okay.
Every time you set an intention, you're
All right.
giving a new set of instructions.
Okay.
All right? So let me ask another one. Is it okay with you if you're bigger than your feelings?
Who's me?
Right. That sense of you. That,
Right.
that beingness, that vastness of your universal heart, of the quietness within you.
Okay, is my quiet bigger than my what?
Is it okay with you that quietness is bigger than your feelings?
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's okay, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Let's make that decision again. Is it okay with you that quietness within you is bigger than your feelings?
I've nearly lost it. Quietness within me.
It's bigger than your feelings. Is that okay with you?
That would be fine.
That'd be fine. Nice. Nice. Really nice. So right now, when you feel the feelings in your heart, the deprivation,
Sorrow.
the sorrow,
Humiliation.
humiliation,
Failure.
all these feelings, can your beingness be bigger than those feelings?
It is.
It is, isn't it?
But I forget.
I know. It's okay. Can you allow that right now for them to be bigger than your feelings?
Okay, wait, where are you?
That's okay, isn't it? Yes. So can you just feel those feelings for a moment? And allow that peace to dominate them?
Not quite.
What's that?
Not quite.
Okay.
So,
All right. So could you allow your peace to expand, your beingness to expand?
where does it come from?
Wherever it is.
Peace, where are you?
So just go with your quietness. All right? Can you allow that quietness to expand within you? Is that an easy thing or not an easy thing for you?
Not easy right now.
Not easy right now. Good. So can you just feel your feelings?
I've been doing that a lot.
I know. Can you do it some more?
Oh, God.
I know.
And
And is it okay with you if you feel those feelings and then just allow them? Where do you? No, quit trying. Quit trying. All right, you're trying too hard.
They're
All right.
trying to blow me out.
Yeah. No. Stop trying, okay? It's not about effort. Beth?
Okay,
Beth? Come back here. You here?
I'm here.
You're here. Okay. So it's not about trying. All right? It's about being.
Trying to allow.
Yes. So where do you feel these feelings?
It's physically,
All over your body.
well, it's left side. maybe.
Left side. Good.
A little bit.
Okay.
It's mainly left. It's mainly.
Gotcha. So Beth, come back. All right?
Yeah.
All right. So can you just feel those feelings in your body? They're just sensations, right?
It's a light colored stuffing.
Okay, good. Whatever it is, could you just be with it and open up and let that energy flow outside of you into your field?
Into my what?
Into the field around you.
Sure. How big's the beer?
As big as you want it to be. Can you let the energy just flow out? Is that a yes or a trying?
Let's try it.
All right.
Maybe a little bit.
Okay. Now,
Almost like a lunatic.
it's okay. It's okay. Now, can you put your attention, you know how we did the earth breath at the tailbone?
Yes.
Can you put your attention down the tailbone?
Okay.
All right, breathe in there.
And feet.
Yep. Feet and tailbone. In and out through the nose. So what happens when you do that?
There's a lock on the breast. It comes to a certain point, then I'm pulling, and then it's up through.
It's okay, so just keep the breath
And if
going.
it wants to be there, it just wants to be there.
You know, keep the breath moving, all right?
It's a lock down.
Yeah, don't let it lock down. Just keep the breath moving. Because that keeps the energy moving. So, can you open your eyes? Yeah, go ahead and open your eyes. Okay, look around the room. Look at all these people here. Okay? They all love you. Can you see that? They're all here for you. Okay? So where do your eyes go when you look around the room?
The people.
The people, okay? And can you feel the chair you're sitting in?
Yep.
Okay? So sit back and relax for a second, okay? Just like that. Keep your eyes open. Eyes open. We want you really grounded right now. Okay? And your senses start to ground you. That make sense?
Okay.
So keep those eyes open.
Senses.
Yeah, senses will ground you. So you've got really strong energy in you, and you did us a great gift. You know, you did. You took us. You really feel deeply.
Yep.
You really feel deeply.
It hurts.
I know, and even with that hurting, there's fabulous power there.
Yes.
You can feel that, can't
It's
you?
divine.
What's that?
It's divine.
It's divine, right. So just as a general sense here, because we're not going to get it all out today.
No.
All right? As a general sense here, is it okay with you if you stay totally embodied, present, and slowly allow this energy to become your dearest and best friend?
It is.
Yeah, it is. It is. Right.
Imagine.
Yes. Now, keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. Okay? Keep your eyes open. Yeah.
It's like giving birth all the time.
It's like giving birth all the time, isn't it? Yeah, I get that. I really get that.
Yeah.
It's a good analogy. And is it okay if that slows down?
Yes.
Yes. Is it okay if you're very patient with yourself?
Yeah. Say it again.
Is it okay if you're very patient with yourself?
Oh, man.
What's that?
I've lost how.
You lost out?
I've lost how. I don't know how to be patient.
Okay, so
I'm raging right now.
so you know that earth breath we did? That will
Yeah.
develop patience for you.
Okay.
Okay? So you really want to do that.
Yeah,
And let me
dude.
just ask you as a discrimination question here. So, are you better off patiently and gradually healing this energy,
or
the big blast out?
flying. I've been close to a volcano.
Yeah, you're close to a volcano.
Very close.
So we don't need to be a volcano, do we?
No, it's not working.
It doesn't work, right?
No.
Okay.
It's just breaking me.
I know, it's breaking you. So your
It's like I
job,
have so much energy and I can't.
Yes.
I don't know
so
how to get it
Right.
where it's supposed to go.
your job is to be patient with yourself.
Okay.
Okay? And allow, for however long this has been developing,
All my life.
all your life. So is it okay with you if it takes a little bit of time to
2
balance
weeks?
this out?
Yes.
Weeks or months?
Years.
Years? What's it matter?
It does.
It-
People are lonely now.
Yeah, I know, but it's okay. Right now, this energy inside of you is lonely.
It also is lonely, yes.
Yes, it is.
It's supposed to be doing something.
Yes, it's lonely right now,
Yes, it's not flowing.
and that's not helping it, is it?
It's like the universe is a dance floor, and we're not dancing.
Right.
And we're all dancers.
So-
It's crazy.
So is it okay with you? You cultivate that
What?
dance.
I don't know how.
I know. Is it okay? I'm not asking how. I'm just asking if it's okay if you cultivate that gently.
If it cultivates gently,
Yes.
can it come from outside of me a little?
Doesn't matter. However it happens,
Okay, if it cultivates gently, that would be wonderful.
that'd be wonderful. So you see where we're going here,
Maybe.
okay? Is that for you, fast is not your friend.
What?
Fast is not your friend.
I'm very fast, but I have to
Right.
really slow down in
Right.
my life, always.
Right. So fast is not your friend.
No.
Okay. Easy is your friend.
But it's not easy.
I know. But easy is your friend.
It has to be.
Yeah. All right.
I want it fast.
I know. Could you let that go?
How?
Yeah. I just say acknowledge that easy is your friend.
Easy is my friend.
Yeah.
Fast, you just slow your up down.
Okay.
Fast, gotta go.
So Beth,
Yes.
keep your eyes open. So what I'd like you to do is walk around the room a little bit. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then just after you've been doing that,
I know.
after you've been doing that a bit, just see how you feel. Okay?
Feel better.
I know you feel better.
Blood pressure was out of sight.
All right. Can you get down all right?
My heart just...
Yep. Keep walking. Just keep walking. That's your job. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Beth. And I think we're going to call that a day. I'm going to unmute everybody on the phone.
No, I don't know.
How are you guys?
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Beth. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks so much, you guys. So appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Stephen.
See, turn that off here.